Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and we're back with some more Touch Detective 2.5. This is still, well, Case 1, which is technically called Episode 1 within the game, but this is Episode 3 of the Let's Play. I don't know, it's complicated. Anyway, we're finally getting to explore the forest, which is a completely new area to the series. Well, actually a lot of places in this game are new to the series, but whatever. Anyway, Dover, the cake shark guy, also the guy who was guilty of the last... I don't know, I've been watching too much Phoenix Wright, so I keep putting it in court terms, but the culprit of the fourth case of the first game, he's now doing a goldfish stand, and he's also scalping noodles. So... I can has... I've gone quiet, like, I expect him just to tell us... Okay, apparently he does have pink noodles. Apparently not. Never mind. I do bonus noodles, good sir? I do like his dialect, though. Just a subtle reminder that the UK is indeed a place that exists. He is adorable. Did I ever mention that Dover is absolutely adorable? I'd like to be friends with him in real life, if you know what I mean. And I actually do mean that literally. There's no... What even am I saying at this point? Anyway, that's an arapaima, unless I'm mistaken. Also, darts. There you go. There is Anna. Penelope said in the last part that Anna's whereabouts was a secret, but she's just running the darts stand, stall, boob thing. Well, I never would have guessed, considering the fact that it says darts in massive letters right in front of your face. I should mention, this episode we will be finishing up the first half of case number 1, which is why this episode is slightly longer than the last one. So, I mean, still, 35 minutes or thereabouts for just half of a case. That sort of goes to prove what I was saying in the last episode, that the cases in this game are a lot bigger, and there are 5 rather than 4. I seem to remember there being 7, but no, there are only 5, which is a bit of a shame, but still. Anyway, not really sure what to say, but still... I feel like I just completely glossed over the fact that she said something really deep and meaningful about the concept of nothingness, but... Anyway, an empty food stand. Where have we seen that before? See, you should recognise this whole charade if you watch the first LP. But, yep, it's Shorty, the hot dog guy running the Choco Banana stand. Well, I would stop staring at you, but I can't start staring at you, so how can I stop doing what I'm not doing to begin with? First of all, yes, it does look like you're open, and B, seeds in chocolate? Are you sure about that? Let's see what Mackenzie has to say about it. Almonds. Now, I've heard there's some level of controversy over how to pronounce the word almond. Like, I don't remember, but, like, you don't really pronounce the L, it's just almond, not almond or almond. I don't know how else you could pronounce it, it's almond. Just, yeah. It's sort of like the whole GIF controversy, except it's GIF because the G stands for Graphics Interchange Format, so not Giraffics, therefore GIF. Also, Obama has confirmed as much. Why am I talking about GIFs? Anyway, a quiz question from Shorty. What's the good thing in chocolate that's also in grapes? Portofino, por favor, or polyphenol. I actually knew that one anyway. I don't know how I knew, but I knew that one anyway. Like, despite the fact they made it blindingly obvious one way or the other, I actually already knew that. Don't know how. Anyway, we got a banana. Very strange looking banana with a Doctor Who-ish crack down the side by the look of it. It's just a banana peel with a cocktail stick through it. Clever, but also stupid. Well, reassuring Penelope that... Okay, she's forgotten already, but at least we've confirmed to ourselves that all of the pink noodles, and presumably the green ones as well, have been stolen. Now this turkey-ass motherfucker, this is Mayor Tom. We'll be seeing a lot of him. He is the mayor of Osawari, which, as I mentioned, well, I mentioned a video description of the last episode. That's the name of this town, which I think O is an honorific, and then Sawari has something to do with the act of touching. Like, the DS version of... Also, Mayor Tom is a bit of an idiot. Like, good thing it's stolen, so it can't get stolen again. But Sly Cooper has proven that it's possible to steal something that's stolen and just create so many meta levels of stealing. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the DS version of the DS installment in the WarioWare series, the Japanese name for that is Sawaru Made in Wario, and that's to do with the act of touching. So, Japanese. Anyway, pink noodles. Oh, they're pink noodles. Noodles? The Noodle Contribution. Where even would you keep the noodles, anyway? But even though we are a touch detective, we could just look at the noodles. Look at that noodle, show me the noodle, I want the noodle, give me the noodle, back up the noodle, talk to the noodle, chasing the noodle, casing the noodle. I'll stop now. You could tell when I'm post-commentating something, I just get ever so slightly loopy because I'm just sitting here staring at a screen and hoping for the best rather than actually playing a game. And I get that for some people, like Austin on Sugar for instance, post-commentary is preferable because then you can retake as many times as necessary, but I just prefer live commentary, it's just my thing. Anyway, you might not know to do this until later, but you just check the flowers and you get a flower tiara just completely at random. Good old Mackenzie. And there's also a heart-shaped hole in this tree. Ladies? Yay, zombie people I've had a theory about, and also there's something in the water that makes me love you like I do. Brooke Fraser. But yes, the zombie people, I've expressed my theories about those before, and there's the exercise guy, and the woman guy, and the news guy, who, because of Gravity Falls, I will never not refer to as Toby Determined at this point, even though he has his own name, and I don't remember if there was in the first game, but definitely in this game there are character profiles that lists them. At least I think there is anyway. And now what is this? What is this? It looks like a water slide, and there's white things rushing through it. And who are you, Lady Gaga, Big Lips McGee? I'm tempted to call her Mitra or Mitra because I called Mitra or Mitra Lady Gaga in the Anodyne LP, and she actually looks like Lady Gaga. Well, if you think about it, isn't a house just an inside-out hole? I just blew my own mind. Okay, so you're Miss Noodle Limbs, I wasn't really paying attention. I feel like you get a very different experience from this video series if you have the audio on so you can hear what I'm saying, versus if you were to turn the audio off and just watch me play the game, because without me talking over it, it's just a video walkthrough, and that's probably what you're looking for if you came looking for this game. So if you want to mute my audio, then go right ahead, but I'll be here all night. So, symbol, I feel like that's just a fancy way of saying heart, but that doesn't look like a heart. I was gonna say that looks like a knot, but in certain communities, a knot is a symbol of love. For those who don't know, I'm not going to elaborate, but yes, I know what I'm talking about because I'm talking about it. Just, if you don't know what it is, don't Google it. Trust me, just don't Google it. I just punched my desk. Might have to edit that out. Apparently we're a spy. We're not a spy. We, plural, are not a singular spy. Although, actually, was it in the first game? I know later in this game, Mackenzie refers to Fungi as a spy, but I think only as a joke or something. I don't know. It's a pun. You'll find out the context later. Now, I feel like I should probably go back and watch the episodes of my first Let's Play, just so I could work out exactly what it was that I did that made the first Let's Play so special, because I'm barely talking about the game. So let's talk about the game for a little bit. Mackenzie's adorable. I love the art style. I just accidentally hit the hand button. Dover is cute. There are some places on this map. Oh my goodness, we're back in town. And Chloe's dancing because she's realised, like she did earlier, that there's no one around to question, so she might as well just dance. And her hair reminds me of a jar of chocolate spread that my father brought up when he visited a few weeks ago. And it was like chocolate, but it's supposed to look like milk and white chocolate spread sort of swirled together, but it's, I think, according to the list of ingredients, it's just milk chocolate and vanilla, which is a bit sad, but whatever. So, why were only the coloured noodles stolen, which is an interesting question. Uh-oh, Chloe's had an idea. Run, Mackenzie! Run for your life! Also, I like how Chloe does the Ovi nod. I didn't acknowledge that in the first LP because the Ovi nod wasn't a thing at that time. But yes, we have to go and iron our dog. Well, okay, Chloe, you got us. What's your fantastic idea this time? They stole all the coloured noodles. Yeah, we've established that. And all the white noodles weren't stolen. So, what do you mean? Boom, 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 boom. That actually does make a lot of sense. Like, that's somewhat of a wham line if well, I wouldn't say if you know how this ends, because I don't completely remember. I know this case gets very, very weird very, very quickly, as if the whole concept of a Noodle Festival wasn't weird enough to begin with, but still. I do get the next couple of steps kind of out of order, but yeah, that whisk that we found earlier, we are going to end up giving it to Antoinette after all. It's just a matter of what you do with the thing you get in return. But I effed up a little bit, but no big deal. But yes, so now, because no one bothered to count the noodles, we're not entirely sure if the coloured ones were stolen or just turned white, which is an interesting thing. Anyway, we're going to give her the whisk, so she too can be a master baker. And I accidentally hit Funky, and we can have this pneumatic egg beater in exchange. Powerful motor. So real. Triple head. I have such a filthy mind. Anyway. Now, this egg beater thing, like, Dover wants it, he just doesn't know that he wants it yet. A case in point. So now we need to learn that he needs it to drill a hole for his fishy fish. And so we'll just give him the egg beater so he can beat the ground. Seems legit, seems Turkish. But as you recall, we were told in the last episode that we will get noodles. We will get one in exchange for power. Well, that's what we got right now. But that also leaves one for beauty and one for treasure. And we don't really have... we're not really sure what that would entail. Possibly something to do with Miss Lady Gaga Yvonne, because she's all about that beauty. But, well, she seems obsessed by it anyway. But we shall see. But for the time being, noodles! We have a noodle contribution at last! And also what's that, a lens of truth? Magnifying glass? It's on the touch list one way or the other. We, in fact, have a large sieve. Doesn't look like a sieve, it looks too flat to be a sieve. And we have a noodles, but only one bundle. And as I recall, we need at least 5 bundles. So, we need noodles. Anna, give us your noodles. Or we could trade, I suppose? There you go, that's why you need the flower jar. I think you'd have to speak to her first to learn that you need the tiara, but you don't have to... Like, you can just get it anyway and just save a bit of time, which is what I did. So there we go, we got one bundle in exchange for beauty, which just leaves treasure. And the only thing that's open to us that we haven't yet done is, now that we have that sieve, Mackenzie noticed that there's something in the water, and I made a Brooke Fraser reference, and Fungy's also aware of it. We can fish that out and... well, presumably, it's some sort of treasure. And so we can get noodles in exchange for this from Mr. Connor in old time. Fungi keeps mushrooming at the wall. Well, there isn't a wall there, what am I saying? At the flowers. So, we have this lamp, we've cleaned it up. So, it still doesn't really look presentable. The lamp's clean, but the strap is absolutely filthy. Well, you know what I'd say to that? Polish it with a banana! That is a very Tess way of thinking, but it's the right answer, believe it or not. Now, I think in that screen we were just on with the pond, I think every time you go into it, it's randomised which of the villagers are dancing, but you don't really miss out on anything by not speaking to them. Anyway, we will exchange treasure for noodles, just as was foretold. Although that does beg a bit of a bothersome question. We have 3 bundles of noodles, and we were promised we would get 3 bundles of noodles, but we need at least 5 to make a noodle contribution. So... how this isn't enough, but we weren't prophesized to receive any more noodles. So let's ask Chloe. I mean, I'm sure she's going to have a brilliant idea to help us out. Yeah, we don't have enough. We'll try to hand them in anyway, but noodles have levels? I agree with Mackenzie on that front. Here, look, we have 3 bundles of noodles. Where could we get 2 more? At least 2 more, anyway. Okay. I can't argue with that logic. We do now have 6 bundles of noodles. They never specified what kind of size the noodles had to be, so it's a very Layton-esque solution, but if the shoe fits, then go to Rome? I don't know. All the roads lead there. These aren't noodles. These are doodles! If you say so, mate. That is some rather nice tail plumage, though. Not that I've been looking. Well, in any case, we have dedication to filling a pie, and now we can participate in the festival, or precipitate if you prefer. So we have a town-sanctioned mask, and a blowgun. Ladies? So, at this point, I actually didn't realise what you had to do to progress, so I did have a bit of an explore, and then I did admittedly have to look it up just so I could finish recording in a timely manner. But it turns out I was on the right track anyway. Just a matter of talking to the people here to allow the game to finish making preparations for the festival, because that's how we move on. So, yes, we have a town-sanctioned mask. But what does Mayor Tom have to say about it? First of all, why is it a masquerade? Ho-ho! That, as you'll come to find out, that is a very Mayor Tom thing to say. He's dim, but he's smart when he wants to be. He is a little bit about that money, that cash money, and also he likes himself, but he's an idiot, though. That's kind of the thing. See, at this point, I forgot what I had to do next. I could feasibly cut this out, but meh. I spoke to some people, so I keep forgetting that... I was going to say I keep forgetting that she's a woman, but I think I'm the only person who ever noticed to begin with. In fact, that's a skirt. Never mind. Either I'm dumb or other people are dumb, I'm not sure. But anyway, the hitbox for leaving that area to the north is kind of difficult, and nothing's going on around here. Not going to speak to you, Lady Gaga. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave, and then... You can barely tell, I'll make a slight cut while I look up what I have to do next, but... Anyway, we'll head back in... Yeah, there we go. Head back into the forest and trigger the next thing to happen, but in order to do that, we need to establish that all of the stalls are doing things. Oh no, you won one of... That's not a goldfish, that's like an arapaima or a dorado or something. And, which reminds me, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Dorado does not rhyme with motto. Learn to English. You have a 3-person UK localization team, and yet you did sweet fuck all to localize it. I feel so violated. Anyway. I don't know what I expected. Why? What? Chloe, you are a strange individual. Let's have a choco banana now that you're finally open. Oh. Brain. Ah, choco bananas look weirdly suggestive if you think about it. Oh god. Oh my. And then, okay, and they're eating it. Okay, they're too young for that, I'm just gonna clear my mind of that. So, anyway, time to move on to part 2 of the first case, but we have a little bit of a cutscene first, so adorn this mask. It's all gone dark. There aren't any eye holes in the mask, are there? Yep. That's what you get for a cheap, completely free, royalty-based mask. So, dance competition where no one can see shit. Or at least we can't see shit anyway. We stepped on someone, sound like we pushed them into a body of water. Stepped on someone else. We need to get rid of this mask. But we're so socially awkward. Oh, hello. I recognise that voice. Or do I? In any case, we've been saved from social awkwardness by dancing with some random person. And apparently that was good enough for us to win. I didn't want to spoil it, but it was kind of obvious. There we go, there's our picture for this, well, the first picture of this chapter. I believe that there are 3 pictures that come with each chapter. One in the middle, one at the end of the opening cutscene, and one at the end, I think. I don't remember offhand. So, we get to win a look at the top secret picture book, and we can't share it with anyone. So, of course, the first thing that I want to do upon receiving it is share it with Penelope. But we're law-abiding citizens, so... God damn it, burp. So, Legend of the 3 White Falcons. The Great Sorceress asked the 3 White Falcons to draw a symbol in the sky to save the town. The 3 White Falcons gladly agreed, because the symbol looked so beautiful. The symbol of love, by any chance? Oh, apparently the symbol is missing. Could that be why Miss Yvonne was so cagey about plagiarism? That I paid no attention to? Well, anyway, Tom, you asshole, there's a page missing, so I feel slightly cheated. I mean what I say, and I say, like it or not, I was born in Yorkshire, so I say what I like, and I like what I bloody well say. And we killed him. So, on that note, I have been and will continue to be tessellating hexagons, and in the next episode, we'll carry on with the first case and find out what happened to the picture book.